Every morning, while the world is still gray and the sun is just a promise on the horizon, Amina wakes up. She is 10 years old. She lives in a world where the internet and space tourism are headlines, but her reality is much older. Her reality is a yellow plastic can that holds 20 liters of water. When that container is full, it weighs 20 kilograms. Imagine carrying a medium-sized suitcase on your head for 3 miles, twice a day, every day. This is the water walk. In 2026, we are living in an era of unprecedented technological growth, yet more than 1 billion women, more than a quarter of all women on Earth, lack access to safely managed drinking water. We talk about the gender pay gap and we talk about the glass ceiling. But for 1 billion women, the primary barrier to equality isn't a boardroom, it's a dry tap. Today is World Water Day, and this year's theme is water and gender. Because the global water crisis affects everyone, but it does not affect us equally. Where water is scarce, it is the women and girls who bear the brunt. They are the collectors. They are the managers. They are the caregivers. And they are the ones losing their future, one drop at a time. Let's look at the numbers, because the data from 2026 is staggering. Across 53 countries where we finally have accurate data, women and girls spend 250 million hours every single day fetching water. 250 million hours. To put that in perspective, that is 28,500 years of human life lost every 24 hours. If those hours were a paid job, they would represent a multi-billion-dollar economy. But this labor is invisible, it's unpaid, and it's mandatory. When a girl like Amina spends 4 hours a day walking for water, she isn't just carrying a can. She is carrying the weight of a lost education. Every hour spent on a dusty path is an hour she isn't in a classroom learning maths, science, or English. In regions where the water source is more than 30 minutes away, school attendance for girls drops by as much as 50%. This is how the cycle of poverty is engineered. It starts with a thirsty household. 1.8 billion people still do not have drinking water on their premises. And in 2 out of every 3 of those households, it is the woman's job to find it. This isn't just a chore, it's a systemic theft of time. Time that could be spent earning a wage, starting a business, or simply resting. When we say, where water flows, equality grows, we mean that when you bring a pipe to a village, you aren't just bringing hydration, you are bringing hours of life back to every woman in that community. Her story is silent, but it is shared by millions. But here is the most disturbing part. This crisis is getting worse, not better. As populations grow, climate change intensifies, and infrastructure fails, the distance between women and water is increasing, not shrinking. But the cost isn't just measured in time, it's measured in safety. For many women, the journey for water begins at 3 or 4 in the morning. They leave in the dark to beat the heat and the long lines at the well. In the shadows of these paths, women face the very real threat of harassment and physical violence. They are vulnerable, isolated, and often carrying heavy loads that make it impossible to run. We often view the water crisis as a plumbing problem. It's not. It's a protection problem. And then there is the health crisis. Globally, unsafe water, sanitation, and hygiene are responsible for the deaths of around 1,000 children under 5 every single day. That means every 90 seconds, a child dies from diseases linked to unsafe water. Imagine being a mother who has walked miles to bring home water, only to realize that the very water you worked so hard to get is what made your child sick. Think of the emotional toll of knowing that your caregiving role is tied to a resource that is killing the people you love. Even in the places where life begins, our clinics and hospitals, the crisis is present. Nearly half of global newborn deaths occur in health facilities that have no water source. In 2026, we still have doctors delivering babies in rooms where they cannot wash their hands. This isn't just a statistic, it's a tragedy that repeats 1,000 times a day. So, why hasn't this been fixed? Why, in the year 2026, is the world still thirsty? One of the reasons is that the people who feel the problem the most are the ones least likely to be asked for the solution. Women are the primary managers of water in the home, yet they are almost entirely absent from the rooms where water policy is made. Worldwide, women make up just over 1/5 of the water sector workforce. In about 14% of countries, there are absolutely no mechanisms to ensure that women can participate equally in water-related decision-making. Think about the absurdity of that. We are designing irrigation systems without the farmers who use them. We are designing city pipes without the people who manage the household taps. True equality means having a seat at the table. It means recognizing women not just as users of water, but as the engineers, the scientists, the hydrologists, and the community leaders who can solve this. Research shows that when women are involved in water management, the systems are more sustainable, they break down less often, and the water is distributed more equitably. Why? Because women know where the pipes need to go. They know which pumps are easiest for a child to use. They know the reality of the ground because they have walked it every day of their lives. When we talk about climate change, it's important to remember that not everyone is affected in the same way. Some communities, especially those with fewer resources, face much harsher impacts. The climate crisis often deepens existing inequalities, making it even harder for vulnerable groups to recover from disasters or adapt to new challenges. So, as we think about solutions, we really need to consider fairness and make sure that everyone has a chance to thrive, no matter where they live or what their circumstances are. As we move further into 2026, the challenge is only growing. Climate change is a threat multiplier. It takes existing inequalities and makes them worse. As droughts become more frequent and more severe, the water table drops. When the water table drops, the local well goes dry. And when the well goes dry, who has to walk the extra 5 miles to the next source? It's not the policymakers, it's the women. We are seeing a feminization of the climate crisis. In 53 countries with high exposure to drought, it is the women and girls who are losing their safety nets first. Financing shortfalls and governance gaps are leaving the most vulnerable behind. But this doesn't have to be the end of the story. By 2050, up to 5 billion people could face water stress if we don't act. The question is no longer if this crisis will affect you, but when. This World Water Day is about a transformative, rights-based approach. It's about demanding that every pipe and every policy be designed with equality in mind. It starts with you. Awareness is the first step, but action is the goal. First, we must acknowledge that water is a human right, not a privilege. Second, we must support initiatives that put water management into the hands of local women. And third, we must challenge the social norms that dictate water collection is women's work. We need men and boys to step up as allies, sharing the burden and advocating for change. Progress is happening. Between 2000 and 2024, 2.2 billion people gained access to safely managed drinking water. That is proof that we can win this fight. Every tap installed and every woman empowered is a step toward a world where Amina can put down her can and pick up a book. Where water flows, equality grows. Let's make 2026 the year the water finally starts flowing for everyone. Because when women and girls thrive, the whole world benefits. Share this video because awareness is the first drop in the river of change. When people know, they care. When they care, they act. Happy World Water Day 2026.